We all know about LEGO Galidor, that wacky LEGO theme that played a big role in LEGO almost going bankrupt. The sets from this theme are downright odd. And this guy? Well, he's one of the rarest, and he's surprisingly expensive. And he might be the weirdest Galidor set of all time. So what's the story with this guy? What is he worth? And how could you use the pieces to build your own custom creations? Let's discuss. This strange fellow is called Tega. It's a Galidor set that came out in the second wave of Galidor sets. But of course, given that Galidor was not performing very well, the second wave of sets had a very limited window of release. So the sets did not come out in the US. You saw them in places like Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, and potentially a couple other locations. There's not exactly like an official list showcasing exactly where they were distributed, but those are the locations we believe that they came out. With that in mind, if you want to track down one of these, well, you're probably going to have to purchase it from Australia. Every now and then these pop up on eBay and yeah, they're being sold within Australia. But it's not common that these pop up. Right now there are none for sale on eBay. None. At the time of this recording, you can find 2 on Bricklink. Funnily enough, they're in Denmark and Germany, and those are selling for $430 and 770 Aussie dollary dues. Yikes. Typically when I've seen these for sale on eBay, they sell for like $300, sometimes more. So I would say about $300 to $400. That would be the average cost. Look, they're not easy to find and they're not cheap. This set shares a very similar story to the other Galidor set, Aquart. Both in the second wave of sets, both very hard to find, both very expensive. But alright, let's say you do fork out $300 odd to pick this up. Is it worth it? Is this set any good? Well, he's got this wild face design. I don't know, it's like a mix of an elephant, a walrus, and with a tongue like that, Gene Simmons. This wildly strange face is, well, actually quite detailed. There's a phenomenal mix of textures, and look at the scope eye, poking out like that, wow. The head itself can move up and down, and the shoulders, well, unfortunately they kind of lock his head in place, so you can get zero side-to-side movement, sadly. And that's a problem with many other parts of the body. The drill can move, but not as much as you want it to. The legs do have movement, but moving them can pop off the waist, which sucks. You can move the leg to the side, but it still does butt up against the skirt. Actually, back to the drill. It is pretty neat. I like how this looks. Oh, but I really like this purple arm. And that is old purple, not the new dark purple that we see in many modern sets. This is such a good shade of that color. And look at the texture and detail on these arms. Wow. Say what you will about Galidor being ugly. Say what you will about the theme being strange. But LEGO really went all out on every single piece. There's so much attention to detail, so many wonderful textures. Bro even has a frickin' belt buckle. Or maybe it's one of those wrestling belts. Heck, they even give you a spare arm. You can pop off the drill and give him symmetrical hands and arms. Nice. Yeah, look, this might be the weirdest looking Galidor set ever. The face looks fresh out of your nightmares, and just in general, you look at this thing and you think, what the heck was LEGO thinking? But I kinda love this out there and weird design. As a fan of the strange and wacky characters in the Mos Eisley Cantina in Star Wars, Tega kinda fits right in. He's wacky, he's weird, but that's why I like him. But I also like the pieces. Let's see how you can use them in your own creations. The head of the drill. It's a very interesting piece. And it's certainly interesting how Dylan has used it here for a peg leg. That would work so well on any Bionicle or Hero Factory mock. Yes, you can use it in the context of more Galidor stuff like this, but this has so many other uses within other building styles. I love it. These purple arms, they're up next. What about them? Alex Mertens turns them into a wacky eye design. I like that the actual connection point looks like eyes. Who would have thought? Over to the torso. Yeah, it limits the head movement on Tega. But hey, what if you do like Dylan Meaves and turn it into an actual head? The interesting V shape is so alien. It looks great. And once again, those connection points look like eyeballs. How wonderful. Now for this. This helps with the larger construction of the drill. And actually, this does appear in other Galidor sets, so it's not exclusive. That's nice. Tora turns this into the face of an alien. This area here, I love that it looks like lips. And putting tiles in the connection points to really make the eyes pop? Brilliant. And what a fun idea. An alien in human clothing. Love it. Tega's head is next. Turns out you can flip this around and, as Dylan shows us, it becomes another head. These things look like eyes. The purple bit looks like a mouth. Well, would you look at that? And this mock actually uses even more pieces from this set. So if you need more inspiration, really study this mock. And finally, the legs. What about those? Mischief turns them into a face. The 2 feet side by side become a big rounded head. Yeah, these parts look a little bit like eyes. How exotic, how different, how clever. Well, would you look at that? The exclusive parts in this set might be rare, but dang, they make some good stuff. But okay, maybe you're looking at Tega and you think, dude, I really want this guy, but I'm not spending crazy money just to have this dude. Well, follow in the footsteps of Dylan and build your own. Build your own using pieces that are not featured in the set. I mean, look at how this armor has been made. Captain Phasma's torsos. Technic panels for the waist armor. Stunning! And then down below on the feet, Onepu's masks. The shape of that is an excellent match for that original rounded boot. Yeah, he's still got his creepy tongue, only this time, now it's posable. Yeah, using hand sockets and little tiny CCBS limbs, it gets the job done. What an incredible reimagining. Tega sure is weird, but I love him. And I always love learning about the fascinating history of rare and weird LEGO sets. Now, don't forget to take a look at the links below. There you can find more from the builders that I featured today. Might give you some more inspiration. Thank you for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now. What the heck kind of name is Tega?